joining us this evening for the 23rd annual celebration of the L. Ron Hubbard Achievement Awards. Tonight, we honor the winners of the 2006 Writers and Illustrators of the Future contests. To tell you more about L. Ron Hubbard and how this night ultimately came to be, please welcome the president of Galaxy Press, Mr. John Goodwin.
Thank you very much. That we gather tonight at the Athenaeum on the grounds of the California Institute of Technology is appropriate on more than one count. For not only are we located at the site that is home to many of today's top minds of America's space program, but it just so happens L. Ron Hubbard himself, or to be more accurate, Lieutenant Hubbard with U.S. Naval Intelligence, was at this very location in 1945, the dawn of the atomic age. He was discussing the peacetime use of scientific discoveries with Caltech scientists that especially included getting mankind into space. You must understand that these same scientists were also die-hard science fiction fans, and so immediately welcomed the author of such works as Final Blackout, a writer whose career spanned virtually every genre of fiction that began just over a decade earlier in La Jolla, just a few hours drive south of here. But there's something else that followed in the wake of L. Ron Hubbard's foray into speculative fiction, and it was date coincident with his much-awaited return to the field in 1982, when he unleashed his monumental Battlefield Earth, still remembered as the first work of science fiction to captivate a worldwide audience and dominate international bestseller lists. For that's the work he dedicated to Robert A. Heinlein, A.E. Van Vogt, John W. Campbell Jr., and all the others from the 30s and 40s who ushered in the golden age of science fiction and fantasy, and so made these genres the respected literary tradition of today. Whereupon he also wrote, and I quote, "Because a few works of art can be shown so easily to so many, there may even be fewer artists. The competition is very keen and even dagger sharp. It is with this in mind that I initiated a means for new and budding writers to have a chance for their creative efforts to be seen and acknowledged. Thus our contests were born for the discovery of new talent who will one day unleash a new golden age. And so we gather here tonight at a location where many dreams have been turned into reality, where even Albert Einstein resided up in that very corner room. And yet again, I quote from L. Ron Hubbard. Well, as one of the crew of writers that helped start Man to the Stars, I'm very proud of also being known as a science fiction writer. You have satellites out there. Man has walked on the moon. You have probes going to the planets, don't you? Somebody had to dream the dream. And a lot of somebodies, like those great writers of the Golden Age and later, had to get an awful lot of people interested in it to make it true. And with that, let us salute all of those dreamers of dreams. Thank you very much.
The importance of winning the Writers and Illustrators of the Future contest is not just recognized in California. When government officials from our winners' home cities learned of these achievements, they were quick to respond. Letters and proclamations in recognition of the accomplishment of this year's winners have been received from the following cities: New York, New York, Decatur, Georgia, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Austin, Texas, Pasadena, California, Gales Ferry, Connecticut, Arlington, Massachusetts, Eugene, Oregon, Provo, Utah, Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, Sacramento, California, Walnut Creek, California, Fort Branch, Indiana, Brooklyn, New York, Toronto, Ontario, Seattle, Washington, Paris, France, and Kiev, Ukraine. The Writers and Illustrators of the Future contest, as per Mr. Hubbard's vision, have been for 23 years providing a means for the aspiring writer and illustrator, regardless of race, color, creed, nationality, sex, to achieve their dreams of success. For a special presentation, please welcome the director of the Southern California branch of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, Dr. Sandra Thomas.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Sandra E. Thomas, and I am the NAACP California State Conference Director in this Southwest section. It is my pleasure to be here this evening, and also I am pleased to have been asked to present the Award of Excellence to the L. Ron Hubbard Writers and Illustrators of the Future programs. As most of you know, the NAACP is the oldest, the largest, and the strongest civil rights organization in the United States. One of the principal objectives of our organization is to ensure educational equality for all people. And it is because of our quest for equality that I stand before you tonight. I am pleased that programs such as the Writers and Illustrators program exist to provide the means for talented, aspiring young persons gifted in such arts to achieve their dreams, to develop their skills, and then to enjoy their successes. We award such programs in the hopes of encouraging all persons with artistic talents to keep their dreams alive and, whenever possible, avail themselves of what these two incredible programs and others like them have to offer. We must remember that programs such as these are pertinent in this very hour, but they are vital to our future. Now, with that being said, I now present the Award of Excellence to the L. Ron Hubbard Writers and Illustrators of the Futures programs. And I thank all that are involved for your dedication and for your perseverance. Thank you and congratulations.